Hello, welcome to Corning Life Sciences, Treyburn, North Carolina. We are pleased to have you here. We hope that your visit is pleasant, productive, and above all, safe. At Corning, we take our role as a medical device manufacturing leader seriously and always strive to continuously improve in our quality and our delivery to our customers. This facility produces and assembles sterilized medical devices which are used in fluid handling and tissue culture applications. We are committed to operating a safe and helpful workplace for both our employees and visitors. Safety and quality are values at Corning, and our commitment to compliance is evident in all aspects of our operations. Furthermore, environmental stewardship and sustainability are always of utmost importance. That is why I ask, while you are visiting with us, you follow all quality and EH&S procedures, and if you have a question, please call on any Treyburn associate for guidance. Thank you for your support of the Corning Treyburn site and your commitment to helping maintain our high standards.
We will consistently provide superior products and services worldwide to help all people live healthy lives. This will be achieved through customer-focused continuous improvement and maintaining an effective quality system which complies with regulatory requirements.
Upon arrival, all visitors must present a driver's license or other valid photo ID to enter the plant. Check in with your site host and enter your name into the Treyburn visitor log and receive a quality safety video orientation before entering the plant. This orientation consists primarily of the video you're now watching. Our visitor hours are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Production operations take place on a 24-hour, 7-day-per-week schedule. Special arrangements will have to be made for a visitor or contractor to arrive on site other than normal office hours. As a contractor or vendor to our facility, you may have already completed and returned your Treyburn Plant Access Request form. If so, you will be greeted by your host and issued a green contractor badge valid for the entire length of your visit. As a visitor, your host will need to see proper identification. Your host will then ensure you sign in and issue you a serialized yellow Escort Required badge. This badge will be valid for the day and requires your host or their designee to remain with you at all times. In either case, the color-coded access badge is to be worn around your neck so that the badge is displayed at mid-chest level at all times while you are on site. This badge must be surrendered at the end of each day. You will need to ensure that you follow our good manufacturing standards, which do not allow food, drink, candy, or gum in any manufacturing area of the facility. Please ensure you comply with all gowning procedures for the area you are visiting. Your host will ensure proper compliance with gowning requirements. The room requirements are posted in each gowning area for reference. Contractors are required to wear a blue hairnet in the manufacturing areas. If you will be visiting the micro lab, special gowning requirements apply. If you are working in the support areas of the plant, ensure that fall protection, safety equipment, and mechanical equipment are all in good operating order and compliant with their ratings. No short pants, sleeveless shirts, open-toed or high-heel shoes are allowed in any warehouse or manufacturing areas. Additional protective gear such as hearing protection, respirators, hand protection, and aprons are necessary for certain tasks. Contractors must supply their own safety equipment. It must be in good working order and must comply with all site EH&S policies regarding their use. Visitors, like all Corning associates, must strictly adhere to the policy of no firearms, alcohol, or illegal substances at any time. Animals are also not permitted in the facility. Cameras are allowed only with pre-approval of site security and management and require a permit. Admission of non-Corning personnel is restricted and requires special permission. Tobacco use is only allowed in designated areas. Cell phones must be turned off per site safety and security guidelines. Some simple quality and safety rules that you should be aware of include: the manufacturing areas are all marked as such by proper designation of area. Only authorized personnel may enter. Do not attempt to enter without your host or before ensuring you are properly gowned. Chemicals are only allowed on-site with pre-approval from EH&S and require a material safety data sheet. If you are walking through the plant, please do not disrupt any activity that is in process. If you are involved in or witness a safety incident, please report it to your host immediately. All truck drivers in the warehouse must sign in, stay in the designated areas, and wear a visitor badge while in the building. Do not leave the dock area without an escort. Eating and drinking is restricted in the plant. Please ask your host where a designated area is. All safety signs and tags must be followed. Only qualified personnel are allowed to access electrical panels. Energy isolation and proper lockout, tagout is strictly enforced at Corning. Permits are required for activities like confined space entry, hot work, and sprinkler impairment. These activities require authorization from EH&S and facilities prior to your site visit. Please ask your host if you have any questions. If you'll be working more than 4 feet off the ground or are working within 10 feet of an unprotected edge for any reason, you must wear a full-body safety harness properly secured during your activities. If you do not have the required fall protection, you must acquire the necessary PPE before being allowed to start work. Just like quality and safety, our environment and sustainability is very important at Corning. Some rules you need to be aware of are: no materials of any kind can be discharged to the storm water system or to the city's sewer without Corning's consent. No waste may be disposed of without proper authorization. Any release of a material, accident or otherwise, to the air, grounds, sewer, or other environmental emergency must be reported to your Corning host immediately. Bringing any hazardous materials on site without authorization is prohibited. No idling engines while on campus. At Corning, our associates receive frequent training in dealing with possible accidents or emergencies. In the event of an emergency, you should ask any associate for assistance in the following emergency procedures. To activate our emergency procedure, dial 80 from any phone to page a first responder to your area. If the situation is life-threatening, you can dial 911 from any phone in the facility. Please notify supervision once 911 has been called. In the event of a fire, activate the fire alarm by pulling down on the nearest fire alarm switch and exit the building. Fire extinguishers are readily available and may be used in the event of an emergency. In the event of an emergency, the alarm will sound. If you hear this sound, please follow any Corning associate to the assembly areas. Notify your site host if you must leave the premises after an evacuation so that emergency personnel do not attempt to search for you in the building. Remember, all Corning associates are trained in emergency procedures. Listen and follow their directions carefully. We hope your stay at Corning is safe and productive. Remember to return your badge as you exit the facility while you are here and each time you return. We hope you'll share in the pride and responsibility all Treyburn associates have in maintaining our high safety and quality standards. Special thanks to all Trayburn Associates for the development of this presentation.